Hi, now we are going to discuss the basic properties of electric charges. First of all, how will you define electric charge? First of all, we have been studying about positive charge and negative charge. How will you define charge? First of all, charge is defined as the intrinsic property of matter. Okay, say for example, if you take an electron, we studied that it consists of what? Negative charge. So due to which it can repel another negative charge, or due to which it can attract a positive charge. So what is an electric charge, if you ask, means electric charge is defined as the intrinsic property of matter due to which it can either attract or repel some dissimilar or the similar charges. But there are some very interesting properties of the electric charges, the first of which is called as the quantization of electric charge. So what do you mean by quantization of electric charge we are going to study? Now in the case a glass rod is rubbed with the silk cloth, we have heard that glass rod is losing negative charges. In what form it is losing the negative charges? In the form of electrons. So a few electrons are leaving the atoms of the glass rod and these electrons are entering into the silk cloth. Okay. Now these electrons may be integral number of the electrons, integer. Understand? Say for example, if Q is the quantity of charge gained or lost by the body, always it is expressed as an integer multiples of the fundamental unit of the charge. The fundamental unit of charge is either the charge of the electron or the charge of the proton, since both are equal in magnitude but opposite in polarity. So when you rub two materials, only integer multiples of electrons may be lost or gained. There will be no fractional electrons. So here n is an integer. So n is an integer. So this may be plus or minus. Plus for positive charges and it may be negative for negative charges also. So E is the charge of an electron or proton. Charge of an electron or proton. If it is expressed in terms of proton, means it is positive. In terms of electron, means it is negative. So the magnitude of the charge E is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So for electron means it is minus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. For proton means it is plus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. So this is the general expression for the quantization of the electric charge. Now there is another property which is called as a conservation of electric charge. Conservation. So what is meant by conservation of a charge? So in the earlier classes you must have studied conservation of energy, conservation of mass, momentum and all. Like that here I can say that electric charges can neither be created nor be destroyed. So charges can neither be created nor destroyed. Can neither be created nor destroyed. But it can be transferred. Okay, it can be transferred from one material. Transferred from one material to the other material. It can be transferred from one material to the another, okay, material. There is only shifting of charges. What does this mean? Before rubbing and after rubbing, the total quantity of charge in the entire system remains constant. So total charge, the total charge in the universe also, I can say total charge in the universe, okay, or in the system. Okay, the total charge in the system is constant always. So in any form we can write. Better all the points we write. So what do you mean by conservation of electric charge? Charges can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transferred from one material to the other material. It means what? The total charge in the system remains always a constant. So many examples. For example, I will take, see here, example in the nuclear reactions. Nuclear reactions, I will say that nuclear fission. Example is a nuclear fission. Breaking up of the nucleus. Nuclear fission means breaking up of a nucleus. See, the nuclear reactor, uranium is used as a fuel. And this uranium, see here, I will take the uranium atom, okay, 92, 235. This is one isotope of uranium, and this is bombarded by a neutron, by a slow neutron whose neutron's charge is 0 and its mass is 1 AMU. So the charge number of neutron is 0 and the mass number is 1 AMU. And the charge number of uranium is 92. 92 protons are there in the nucleus and 92 electrons are revolving around the nucleus. So its mass number is 235. So when this uranium atom or uranium nucleus is bombarded by a neutron, that uranium will break into two average sized nuclei. So usually this will be what? Barium and krypton. Okay. So this barium is having a charge number of 56 and krypton is 36. And barium's mass number 141, krypton's mass number is 92. So when it breaks, okay, the binding energy, the energy which was binding them together earlier as uranium is coming out along with the release of additional neutrons. So in this process, 3 neutrons are released. So 3 neutrons plus energy. Okay, students, this you will study in the nuclear physics chapter. Anyhow, as an introduction now itself I am telling you, because we must know in general, during a nuclear fission reaction, a heavy nucleus is bombarded by a neutron, so that the heavy nucleus splits into two average sized nuclei such as barium and krypton in most reactions with the release of 3 neutrons. Okay, now what is the charge number of a barium? It is 56, and the charge number of krypton is how much? 36. So you add these two, 56 plus 36 is how much? 92. Understand? So here what is the charge number? Here left side of the reaction is 92 plus 0 is 92. Here 56 plus 36 plus 3 into 0 is also 92. So before and after the reaction also the charge number remains the same. So this is a best example for what? Conservation of electric charge. So like that, now natural radioactivity we have studied, is it not? So some elements in the periodic table, like radium, polonium, plutonium, thorium and all, they emit radiations because they are all naturally radioactive substances. So natural radioactivity also is one of the best example for what? The conservation of charges. Okay, radioactive atom. So radioactive nucleus we can take. For example, uranium 92, another isotope is having a mass number of 238. So this nucleus is emitting an alpha particle. Alpha particle is what? Helium-24. So such radioactive nucleus are giving out the charged particles. After giving out the charged particle, it cannot remain as uranium. It will become some other new nucleus. So the new nucleus formed is thorium. So it has become thorium and helium. Understand? So now you can see that this thorium is having a charge number of 90 and the mass number is 234. So before radioactive process, uranium is having a charge number of 92. But after radioactivity, after emitting a helium nucleus, its charge number is 90. So 90 plus 2 is 92. So these are all the best examples for conservation of electric charge. And one more property, basic property is there, that is called as additive nature. Additive nature of a charge. It is like adding the numbers. So we add some positive numbers and the negative numbers. For example, you add 5 and minus 2. When you add 5 and minus 2, the answer is 3. Like that, when you add minus 2 and minus 3, the answer is minus 5. Like that, here I will take, for example, Q1. Q1 is equal to plus 5 coulomb and Q2 is equal to minus 8 coulomb. So if I add a positive charge of 5 coulomb and a negative charge of minus 8 coulomb, then the net charge is equal to what? Q1 plus Q2, that is equal to 5 minus 8 is equal to minus 3 coulomb. So this is just like arithmetic addition only. So now, my dear students, we have learnt the three basic properties of electric charges. First of all, how did we define electric charge? It is defined as the basic property of matter due to which it can either attract a dissimilar charge or repel a similar charge, because we have studied like charges repel and unlike charges attract each other. Okay students, now what do you mean by quantization of electric charge? We have studied quantization of electric charge means that the charges transferred from one body to the other body is said to be quantized. That means it is integer multiples of the basic unit of charge E, where E is the electronic charge or the charge of a proton, and the magnitude is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Negative for an electron and positive for a proton. So Q is equal to N into E. And next we have studied what? Conservation of electric charge. Okay. So charges can neither be created nor be destroyed, but only can be transferred from one body to the other body. So before and after rubbing, the total net charge of a system remains constant. And thirdly, the additive nature of charge we have studied. To verify that like charges repel and unlike charges attract. Now in the earlier experiments, we know how to charge a body by friction method. So by rubbing one material against the other material. Now I will take a glass rod rubbed with silk. Glass acquires a positive charge. So this is a positively charged glass rod. And when rubber rod is rubbed against cotton or flannel or wool, it acquires a negative charge. So here Benjamin Franklin explains by taking a suspended rubber rod which is negatively charged. So it is freely suspended. Suppose if you bring a positively charged glass rod near this end of the rubber rod, he observed that the rubber rod was moving towards the glass rod. So this is the force of attraction between the two opposite kind of charged bodies. So here it is attraction. That is why they are moving towards each other. But when another rubber rod which was negatively charged is brought near this rubber rod, it was found that these two rods were moving away from each other. So this force is pushing the two rods away from each other. So this is a repulsive force. So this is a simple experiment to show that like charges will repel and unlike charges will attract, and this has been verified by Benjamin Franklin. Okay.